everybody, welcome to the Chuck and Lisa Show. I'm the Chuck half, and this is the Lisa half. Hi, Lisa half.
Hi.
Actually, you get 3/4.
Oh, I don't want 3/4. Okay.
How are you guys doing tonight? We're glad you joined us. Once again, we're going to talk fun, frivolity, and interesting information, but no politics here. We do that on the next show. Everybody say hello, Dersh.
Hello, Dersh.
Wait a minute, it's supposed to be hello, Lisa.
Oh, everybody say hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. Hi,
You didn't say it,
Bullwinkle.
Dersh.
Bullwinkle. No, who is it?
Bullwinkle's in the house. That's cool.
Oh.
And that voice in the background is our intrepid producer, Dersh.
And our air conditioner.
And our air conditioner. If that gets too loud, I'll turn that off, Dersh.
What'd you say, Chuck? I can't hear you over the air conditioner.
Hey, if you guys can hear an air conditioner in the background, I'll turn it off. Let me know. It's a little toasty outside still.
Yeah.
It's good to see you guys tonight. First of all, let's get over the stuff from where I am and where I'm not. Where
I can tell you where you're not right now.
I can too, and I will very shortly. First of all, where you cannot find me right now is Facebook.
Or Twitter.
They suspended me again for 30 days.
You didn't tell me that.
It happened today, and I was just like, whatever. It was for another nonsense.
What did you say this time?
I really didn't say anything.
Did you say something about COVID?
A lot of truth going on over there, Chuck. A lot of truth going on.
I know. Well, that's all I do. And they didn't like it. Somebody didn't like it. They just got me in trouble for 30 days. And of course, you'll never find me on Twitter because they kicked me off Twitter.
Right? Are you on your regular Facebook, or you can't use that either?
Can't use that either. I can use the Messenger though.
Oh, okay.
That's all I care about.
Right.
I am also at Chuck Nellis in many places. On the Parlor, Gab, MeWe, Club. I'm back on Tumblr. That is the one exception. I am now Chuck Nellis Jr. there because at Chuck Nellis, for some reason, they killed it off for no reason.
There's always a reason.
Yeah, but
well,
it's
not always a good reason.
Right.
But there's always a reason.
Exactly. Codius, WeGo, USA.life, Sayscape, and Political Chunka. It's a lot of places.
And
But
your
it's really only
Sasquatch.
9 now.
And your Sasquatch.
I am the Sasquatch. Hi, Miss Lisa. Where can we find you?
I am right here.
You sure about that?
I think so.
Ooh, Bullwinkle says first time ever he got a notification for the show. YouTube screwed up.
Oh yeah, I don't get them anymore.
I didn't get one either.
You know what though? You may have to have them turned on, and an update might have turned.
I think you do. I think
Yeah.
you have to turn them on. I think you have to make sure that
I
they're
used to
on.
have them on, and I don't know.
So where in the world can we find you?
I am on Twitter.
And exit numbers are.
I am on Facebook. I am on Instagram. I suppose I'm on CloutHub, though I haven't checked lately. I have a Facebook page called The Best of North Carolina. We have a page called The Chuck and Lisa Show. I also have a page called Nellis Island that I haven't updated in a while. I will be writing more articles for Skirts and Stuff. Skirts and Stuffs.com. It's hard to say.
It seems like you've taken a vacation.
It's okay, Pat. It's okay. We discussed this amongst ourselves. The women did. And I have a store called Vintage Velma Finds on Etsy. And I have a booth in Consignment Connection, which is getting ready to be updated and moved around, and some cool new stuff and books and
Yep. And where can we find that store, ma'am?
exit 143. Like 43, like
Anywhere, exit 143 or some
80.
specific highway.
85/40 east. Sorry,
Burlington.
east, west, north, and south. Apparently, because 85 and 40 don't really go. Are supposed to be north, south, and east, west. But in Burlington, they're all the same direction. Yeah, it's Burlington.
That would make it the North Pole.
You just drive around in a circle for a while.
Now that everybody's confused and will never find your store.
It's like half the way between New York and Atlanta.
Uh-oh. lost Chuck. Hang on. Stand by. Try to get Chuck back. And we will continue with the show as soon as Chuck comes back. Lisa, I don't know, can you hear me? Lisa, can you hear me? Chuck is gone. And Chuck is back. There you go, Chuck.
Where did you go?
Well, it's not us. You disappeared. Lisa and I were fine.
I couldn't hear
It's
you.
like Facebook deleted you off your own show, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
So did you hear any of that?
Yeah, right up to the end, he's talking about where her store was, everything, just like the last 10 seconds.
The last 10
Right.
seconds was us going, where's Hershey?
I can see Lisa talking because she was still on, but since she's on your microphone and your microphone was gone, then
That's odd.
couldn't hear her. I didn't know. Didn't know. I was telling you, it's Facebook in the background. You know,
I believe it.
they teamed up.
Facebook and YouTube has
They teamed up with YouTube.
Ancestral or whatever.
Yeah, they
relationship.
teamed up with YouTube and Twitter to make sure you just know where to be found anymore.
So where in the world can we find you, my brother?
Well, while you were gone, I put that up, and so again, if people can read, they know where I am. If they can't read, well, they'll need to find me anyway. So.
Well,
What
they
if-
don't have Braille on the streets.
What about-
What if somebody's listening who is hearing impaired?
What about your political fans? Oh, just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Well, if they're hearing impaired, I feel sorry for them listening to this show.
They might get a good laugh though.
There's a lot of hearing
If they're
impaired.
blind, they're pretty good off. They're pretty good off, but
So the best place to find you lately is basically on Gap, I think.
probably yeah. I haven't been anywhere lately,
I
to be
know.
honest with you. So
I know. That's a whole different problem.
yeah.
All right. So, as I always do, I'm going to start with whose birthdays it is
I thought we
today.
were skipping the birthdays.
I don't know why. Why would I skip? the
I don't know
birthdays?
because you said that.
I didn't say
That-
that.
Okay,
She
never mind.
doesn't- She's not
Never
listening
mind.
to me again.
Never mind.
Chuck said he wasn't going to send the birthdays to me.
Oh, I
what he
thought
said,
that we
yeah.
were doing that.
No.
Alrighty, number one. First is Courtney Cox. It's her birthday today. Xi Jinping's birthday today. And guess where he was born? Beijing.
China.
Beijing Jinping.
Yeah, that's it. Shiden. Ice Cube's birthday was today. Helen Hunt. Neil Patrick Harris, he's hilarious. Mario Cuomo. Jim Belushi. Waylon Jennings. Love his
Ooh,
music.
man, some good people, famous people born today.
Yep. And let's see. Oh, wait.
All their
Lisa's
parents
all-time-
went to the same order.
Lisa's all-time favorite writer and singer, Harry Nilsson.
Yeah, most underrated. I
Yep,
believe.
he's your favorite, right?
Pretty much.
Jim Varney.
Vern.
Hey, Vern. How
Burn.
you doing, Vern? I don't know why, but Edward the Black Prince, who seems to be very, very white to me.
Come on, because you just wanted to say
I
that.
just want to say that. And everybody else is pretty much boring, so...
You missed the most important birthday of all, Chuck.
Who's?
My 6-year-old granddaughter, Olivia.
Oh,
It's her birthday today.
happy birthday, Olivia.
Olivia.
Excellent. Well,
She
you know
turned
what?
6. You know what she's happy about?
What?
Now she has to use 2 hands to show how old she is. That's what she's happy
Woo!
about.
Oh,
I remember
Oh,
that.
that's
I remember
wonderful.
that.
that's awesome. Hi, SoCal Mama.
Was she having
I see
a party,
she's
or did she
joined
have
us.
a party?
Well, my son takes her to Chuck E. Cheese for her birthdays down at like Littler, since she was, her first birthday,
Yeah.
where she loves to go. So they go there.
My
and
kids had
then-
a party there once.
Then we have a family party we're gonna have on the weekends on Saturday.
Oh, that'll be nice.
I'm married to Chuck E. Cheese.
I
I'm
love
married
Chuck
to
E. Cheese,
Sasquatch.
man.
I'm
Get it
married
right.
to I'm married to Chuck Harry Cheese.
That's
More like
weird.
Chucky Doughboy is more closer to
Cheesy Chuck.
Yep,
Jeez.
yep.
That's
So,
Hey Chuck, I got a question for you, Chuck.
Yeah, go ahead.
If Ice Cube melts, is he water puddle now?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, just checking.
He might even be steam.
he might even be if he got hot enough. Or he could become frosty with snow.
No, he'd just be Ice Cube
If he
again.
evaporated, went up to the clouds.
Oh, maybe he'd be a snowflake.
Exactly. Alrighty, let's see. I love what Bullwinkle said. Got a new car battery. It says, "Do not drink contents." A sad state of stupidity in our society.
Oh,
Got
yeah.
that right, man.
Oh man, it's amazing what people will believe or fall for or think. You know what? It's liquid. Maybe I could drink it.
I don't know. I'm surprised they don't put stickers on the toilet.
Don't stick your head in here.
Don't drink this water.
Don't drink this water. If you say non-potable, they won't know what that means.
What is pot? Non-potable? Does that mean it's not a toilet?
Anyway, next I want to talk about the best story of the week, and everybody's like, "Is that true?" Apparently, it's true. Jonah 2, or Jonah Jr., has come along. A man got swallowed by a humpback whale off of Provincetown,
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. And
That's so
After about-
amazing.
after about a minute, and I don't even need to read this, I've read it so many times because it's just amazing. After about a minute or so, he started moving around, and the whale started getting uncomfortable in his mouth, and the whale basically spat him out.
You know what I heard?
What?
I heard the whale was wearing a bib.
Bib?
The lobster man.
So instead of red lobster, they have red human.
Yeah.
I wonder if, I wonder
didn't
if
have
he
any-
picked,
It's the human and shellfish special.
He didn't have any butter.
yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder if he picked up butter on the way over.
Oh,
to-
kid. So anyway, the guy goes, all of a sudden I felt a huge shove, and the next thing I knew, it was completely black. I could sense I was moving. I could feel the whale squeezing with the muscles of his mouth, and then he started moving around, and he got really irritated.
He
and
barfed him up.
basically barfed him up.
He barfed him up.
Yeah, I was trying to say it nice.
Well, I could have said something worse.
It's the funniest thing ever. I mean, everybody's been talking about this story all week. I know everybody's heard it 19 times by now. But it's incredible.
You know what he needs to do?
What?
He needs to make a shirt that says, "I got swallowed by a whale," and all I got was a stupid t-shirt.
And sell it in Provincetown. Oh my God, he's going to be a local legend.
Yeah.
He's going to really, not since Jonah have we heard that story.
Pinocchio.
And the interesting thing is that the interesting thing is now we know that the story of Jonah is possible
Yeah.
if you're not a believer.
Yes, we now know it's absolutely doable. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that aspect of thirst. It's very true. So this guy gets the luckiest bastard in the world award for the year in my mind.
Get that right.
He gets swallowed by a whale and lived to tell the tale. Simply incredible.
Tail, T-A-L-E or T-A-I-L?
That too. It's amazing. I know the Darwin Awards for stupid people, but this guy was out, on his boat. Apparently, that's not the only whale and boat story in the last month either. Over in Europe somewhere, a whale jumped and went over a boat and landed on it, crushed this kid. He's still in the hospital in a coma, so hope he's surprised.
Wait, what happened?
This father and son were in a fishing boat.
Mm-hmm.
And a humpback jumped up and on top of the boat, crushed the boat, crushed the kid pretty much, and went over the other side.
Well, that's not nice.
I know.
That's the whale of a story, Chuck.
There's a lot of whale stories lately, isn't there?
Sigh.
The whales are fighting back.
Revenge of the Whales.
They seen
Sets around.
They seen Star Trek 4. They know it's coming.
We're not Baby Beluga anymore.
You won't pack baby Beluga into the corner. In the corner. No, you won't put. That's the wrong. Alrighty. Lisa also gave me this story. She gave me the another story that'll follow this as well. But a dog was ejected from a car during a crash. This happened actually last week today. Lisa had wanted me to tell
No.
last week,
That one I found. The other one, you saw it. Never mind.
Okay,
Go
never
ahead.
mind.
Carry on.
Anyway, excuse me. He was found on a car crash where apparently he just decided he went to a sheep farm and he decided he was going to be a sheep herder. It's the nature of the beast, right?
Oh, it was a border collie.
It was a border collie, and border collies are so much the herding dog.
They're smarter than people. We can't have one.
We actually tried to adopt one. Had one for about 2 years. But
She was only part border collie,
But she was all border
Part-
collie at heart.
part border collie, and part bit.
She really was a mean dog. I mean, not mean biting, but bossy.
No, she was bossy.
Bossy.
She wanted to be the only dog in the house.
And she wanted to be in charge of the humans. And that's pretty much how all border collies really are. So this one, after the crash, got knocked out of the car, found the farm, joined it, and went right to work.
They just started herding the sheep.
Yep. Quite amazing.
That's incredible.
I
Dogs
think
are
it's
true
funny.
to their nature, aren't they?
Wow.
Yeah, I thought that was a neat story.
Well, I mean, dogs are funny because, like, okay, we got a dog door finally.
Yeah.
Finally got a dog door.
Yeah.
Chuck, it's like, you don't want to keep getting up all the time. Let's get a dog door. I'm like, nah, I don't want to get a dog door. Well, we had to get a new front door.
Yep.
So then we had to get a new screen door because
Right.
the front
And we
door
did
was
all this week.
the
I'm excited
wrong
about that.
size. So we got a dog door. Well, Shelby's the only one that's figured out how to use the dog door. The other two dogs, not so much.
Nope.
The cats might be too heavy for them. I'm not sure. So I forgot where I was going.
So anyway, we got the
The dog door. Something about the dog door.
to keep her from hurting your office.
Oh no! So she has decided that she can't use the regular door anymore.
Oh yeah.
We have to shut the door so she can come in the dog door.
Right. When you go out the screen door, you let the big dogs out because Cotton thinks she's too big to go through a door, although she can. And Sadie's too old and blind at this point to
But Shelby
figure it out.
won't. But Shelby won't
But
use
now,
the
when
opening.
you open the door for Cotton, you have to close the door
And
so
let
Shelby can go out. The
Shelby,
little door,
she only uses the dog door
it's
now.
her door.
Yeah. We should just put her name on it.
You remember what I said? Put over the entrance of it,
What's that?
Daytona Tunnel.
Ah, we might.
We might have to do that because she flies at that thing like a car going into Daytona
It took her a while, but now she just lunges at it. Yep. All right.
Right on. I was just thinking it's going to take a story to top that one. Let's talk more about dogs. Because everybody loves dogs. We love dogs, or she loves dogs. All of our dogs have joined the show at various times, haven't they?
Do you have a dog story, or can I ask a question?
Sure, ask a story.
So one of the doctors at work has 2 little kids, and she doesn't have a dog, but they got on a list for a golden doodle. And they weren't supposed to get the golden doodle until next year.
Right?
Well, they did the same thing to her as they did to us.
Came up early.
And they said, oh, we have one that's coming up in July. Do you want to get it? So she's like, do I get it now? Do I get it later?
Right.
You know, my rational side says wait. My puppy side says get it now.
Puppy side always
And
wins.
she's not telling the kids because they're small.
The
So,
puppy side always
Yeah,
wins.
so I said get it now, and Jenny said get it now, and Paige said wait, but Paige doesn't have a dog, so she doesn't count.
Right. Non-dog people, they don't get it. Once you're a dog person or a cat person, you're in love with them.
And she's got the wherewithal to like board the dog if she or take it to doggy day camp or whatever.
Why not?
You know, they have doggy day camp.
They do. Well, they also have those training things they can go to all day every day.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They have doggy day camp.
Right.
They have doggy spas actually.
Some of them they just let them lay around all day.
Well, they let them lay around in a pen,
Right. Exactly.
but
But some of
The
them
one-
actually train them.
the one that
all day.
my friend's dog goes to, they have splash pools and they play frisbee with them.
You want to get a splash.
And they have
Something.
like cameras you can check on the dog while it's there. It's crazy.
Right.
So anyway,
So you guys in the I knew we had a bunch of dog and cat people in here. And SoCal Mama, you bought a toilet brush and the packet said "Do not use as a bath brush."
what happened if you did?
Ah, that's
How
fine.
would that hurt you?
Well, I guess it would.
As long as you didn't put it in the toilet first.
Do not interchange product.
I mean, I could see if it said don't use as a toothbrush.
That's fun. Alrighty. I do have another dog story actually. It's kind of a cool one. A rescue puppy was once afraid of people and noises.
Like cotton.
Her mom found the best place for her to overcome her fears. Home Depot. Home Depot?
Because
Anyways,
you're allowed to take dogs there. And to Lowe's.
became his favorite place. They got him from Kentucky Regional Animal Shelter.
Kentucky Fried Doggies.
A lot of dogs that weren't treated very well at birth or were animal farmed animals. What do they call them? Puppy mills. That's it.
Yeah.
Don't react to people very well at first. You really have to work on it. And I don't know what our problem is, but this dog was nervous about new places and sounds. And within 5 minutes, she was in Home Depot and felt at home. So after being in there often enough, they made her an honorary customer service
To
person.
give her a little
And
orange vest.
They gave her a little orange vest.
Cool.
Oh, that was cute.
It's probably more helpful than some of the people that work there.
Definitely.
Were you waiting to say that line too, Durst?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. She's cute.
She is. And in the bottom picture of this article, she's actually pushing another dog around in a shopping cart.
Aww.
Adorable dog.
Oh, she's a cutie pie.
Isn't she a sweetheart?
She's a smiley dog.
If you can scroll down to that bottom picture, people will love that.
Yeah, I've got it scrolled to
Yeah, I
that
see it.
shot of her. She's cute.
Isn't she a dog?
Emma's getting another dog.
Right. Your daughter.
Yeah, because they're not having kids apparently. They're just gonna keep getting dogs.
There she is in her little Home Depot apron.
Oh,
Yeah. Happy dog.
that's so cute.
Oh, she's loving that, isn't she?
Did they give her keys?
They should. They
She
gave
is
her a level. And they gave her
Absolutely
a
loving that.
screwdriver.
I want to
Oh,
see her. I want to see her use the level.
Go down that bottom picture. Are you there yet?
so there's one.
No, one more.
Oh, when she's on
That's
the.
so cute.
Yeah, and the card is cute, but the last one, I just cracked me up.
Oh,
Wait till you see this. It's awesome. Anyway,
that's not a Home Depot though, but
That's
that's
You see
cute.
silly.
the one where
Ah,
she's
that's
pushing
funny.
the other dog?
Yeah, but that's not at Home Depot because they don't have a
Well,
clothes.
no.
That's
They
like a.
obviously in
That's
another
like a
store.
Goodwill.
Yeah. You love Goodwill.
Well, I like thrift shops.
Looks
Yeah.
like a Target to me.
Oh, it could be Target.
Yeah.
Target's got those orange signs and looks very like Target. That's cute. I love that. That's what a dog. It's a special little thing, huh?
Special dog. Okay, Mr. Chuck.
Alrighty,
What's next?
so my next story is from you. A Rhode Island teen buys the contents of storage units at auction to return to customers. You and I, have you watched those shows, Dersh?
Yeah, I love
the
them.
storage units and all
Yeah.
that.
I
I used to like those a lot.
I'm not sure if I would be able to do that, especially if they had good stuff.
Well, a high school sophomore has turned a hobby into an act of kindness. He's 16 years old and has been collecting secondhand items. He said it's just something fun to do. He focuses on small stuff, bottles, coins, and goes to yard sales. Lisa would go to yard sales too, except that requires early Saturday.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, all the good stuff's gone by the time I get up.
So anyway, a few months ago, in the midst of the pandemic,
There's a bug.
he discovered how to purchase a storage unit at auction. He watched different people buying them on YouTube, and he had some money saved from a job, so he bought one for $100. The first unit he purchased was a facility in Providence, Rhode Island. He took a trip up there to empty it out, see what kind of treasure was inside. Originally, his plan was to sell the items, but in reality, he was able to purchase the unit in the first place sent for him.
What?
His plan was to sell the items, but then the reality of why he was able to purchase the unit in the first place set in for him.
Because the person didn't pay for their stuff.
Right.
He didn't realize that?
He started hoping to keep some of these things and throw out the rest, but then realized it was just like yard sale stuff that he got. This stuff was taken because they couldn't pay for it. And there was mail and a lot of personal documents in a pile. That's the first time he realized that it was somebody's actual things.
It was their life.
Yeah. So when he tried to reach the guy, but he couldn't get in touch with him. He said that he found the man's mother, who was living in a nursing home, and offered her all the items. He said it was a nice thing to do, and it felt good.
Oh, so only gave it back because he couldn't find anything to sell.
Well,
basically.
Yeah, it really wasn't anything worth selling.
But that was nice because a lot of people would have just thrown it away.
Could have been birth certificates,
Yeah.
pictures.
A lot of people would have just thrown it away. You're right.
Right, and most of it was her baby stuff. Her baby had passed away.
Okay. Well, that was nice.
Yep. We like happy stuff. You do a lot of nice things for people.
Me?
Yeah, you don't even think about it. You do
I don't
all
like
the time.
anybody.
You keep saying that. You keep helping people.
Yeah, well.
Daryl's here. How you doing, Daryl? Sorry about my throat, guys. It's a little scratchy.
Right, and sorry about the weird lighting because we didn't get a chance to. We finally blacked out all the windows, but
Voice like that.
we didn't get a chance to test it. So
You look good though.
except my nose looks red. It's like I look like Rudolph.
Oh no, makeup!
I know.
Makeup!
So next,
People do makeup.
no, but sometimes, yeah.
Maybe you should just.
Well,
Me,
if
I don't.
I have a chance to check it out ahead of time, I do.
Same. Cool. Alrighty, let's see. What are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing? Where are we?
What color underwear are you wearing?
Oh no. And that's all I really have for that. We're gonna talk some racing stuff.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to give Dershie and Lisa a chance to take the floor for a bit and talk about a topic that's kind of near to their hearts.
Okie dokie. Am I starting?
Yes. I give it
Alright.
to you all.
I don't even know where to start. First of all, I work in a behavioral health office, so
And you
I-
went to Duke for a degree in.
would you just be
I'm sorry,
quiet?
Go ahead.
Gosh, you're
I shut
bossy.
up.
You're bossy.
Go on.
I work in a
Talk to
behavioral health office currently. Me going to Duke for psychology has nothing to do with this,
Okay.
because at the time I went to Duke studying psychology, depression and anxiety, which is what we're talking about,
Right.
really wasn't a huge thing.
That's true.
It wasn't a huge thing. But remember Prozac Nation?
Yep.
Remember that book? like everybody started taking Prozac, and then like people realized you weren't like just having a nervous breakdown or the
blues.
the vapors or whatever they would call it, the blues. So they finally started recognizing it as a thing. But when I was in school, it really wasn't on. I don't think it was. I'm not sure if it was even a diagnosis.
Oh.
I'll have to go back and look that up.
Tells you how times have changed, doesn't it?
Well, not times, but just awareness.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
people have been depressed forever.
Yeah.
It's just that whether they were called
Well,
that.
they used to call it the afterward.
I thought you were not going to talk about it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, PTSD is a different thing.
Right. It is.
Depression is a different thing. Anxiety is a different thing.
Right.
Bipolar disorder is a different thing. You can have more than one of these things.
Right.
And sometimes I'll tell people, yeah, I have depression, and they're like, no, you don't, because you smile a lot. Like,
that is not a sign of depression.
Right? Yeah, no. So, Dersh, go ahead. You talk a little bit if you want.
Yeah, I mean, what you'll find is most people who are depressed, you can't tell from their outward appearance because they cover it up.
Right.
And
it's not like we go around wearing an Eeyore outfit or something.
Yeah, well, exactly, and that's why I identify with Eeyore. But truly, if you look at one of those, I don't know which one it is, a commercial that's on TV all the time, that for someone who's depressed, medication for someone who's depressed, and she's holding a mask, up that has a smiley
Oh, isn't that
face
the
on it.
Abilify? I think.
I don't know which one it is, but that's the point is that she's holding the mask up to show the world that she's smiling, and
Right.
and that's what I did for many years, and when I finally got to a point where I broke down and I couldn't take it anymore and actually had contemplated suicide, my family was shocked, because
I know. They're like, you're such a nice person.
right. I hit it well.
Yeah, I was surprised when you told me.
But see, you don't understand this whole thing.
I don't because I've never.
Because
suffered
you'll say
any
to
of
me
these
like,
things.
you'll say to me like, well, why are you depressed?
I know. I need to know more, and most people do that don't deal with it. That's why we're doing this. So go.
Yeah, I it's really hard to put a finger on it. I mean, a lot of my depression stems from being a diabetic for over 40 years, and being diabetic, that just sort of comes with the territory. It also is in my family. We've had family
Right.
members who've been diagnosed with depression and bipolar issues and things like that. The problem with depression is most people, and I was one of them, that they mask it, and the process of masking the depression actually makes it worse.
Makes it worse to us, not to everybody
to
else.
us,
Yeah.
correct.
Right.
Because you fall farther into depression, and it's just a thing where it's really, really difficult to just do normal things. When I'm having a lot of struggle and I'm in that depression, it just even getting out of bed is just tough.
Yeah.
It's
You don't even
hard.
want to take a shower or
Don't want-
anything. Yeah.
Exactly right. You don't. Take a shower is a hassle. Getting out of bed is a hassle. And as I told Chuck and Jerry, and at least I don't know if you know, Chuck's always welcome to discuss this with you when I tell him. But the other day I just been in such a deep, darkening depression that I finally reached out to people, including Chuck and Jerry,
Yeah.
and
That's what got me thinking about this more. Is that we need to
Talk.
about it. Sorry.
no, it's okay.
You'd be a
It's fine.
sucky psychologist, by the way.
I'm not a psychologist. I'm just a jock.
But it's just that's why I haven't been on the social media sites very much, I haven't really done a whole lot. Chuck can tell you, in our group text, you
Yeah,
know,
He's
I
been
don't,
so quiet.
I don't
Haven't
do
seen him online. Haven't seen him in text. He's watching Hallmark Channel all day long.
Well, that's a sign of depression right there.
That really
I'm
is.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm kidding.
So I mean,
Of course,
okay,
of course.
like, here's the thing though. Okay, so there's really a bunch of different kinds of depression, and one is just situational depression, which almost everybody gets. Just you're sad, you know,
Right.
like your
Sad,
girlfriend
right.
breaks up with you, your dog dies,
right.
whatever. But then there's really brain chemicals. I'm sorry I'm doing this, but there's a bug tormenting me, and it's going to be really depressed pretty soon.
Over here.
Kill it! I'm going to
Because
kill
it's
it.
really dead pretty
Um,
soon.
So biological depression, that's just your brain chemicals. You can't do anything about that. You can't just like go
Right.
ride on a merry-go-round and feel better or whatever. That's why people take, the things they take, because it really helps. They're neurotransmitters and all that stuff. And if you don't, that leads to negative thinking, and that just makes it worse. And then there's just really the deepest part, which is like existential depression, where you're like, why am I even alive? Why am I here? Why am I even trying to do this? Everything sucks. I haven't met any of my goals in my life. And some people think that just occasionally, but there's some people that like they can't stop thinking about that.
Right.
So there's varying levels. It's not like everybody that's depressed is the same and everybody that has anxiety is the same. But from what I found when I got diagnosed is apparently I've mostly been depressed my whole life and didn't know it because I thought everybody was like that. But even as a little kid, I would have sort of the same thought. Like, I never thought about killing myself. I've never done that. But I've always been, like, at least borderline depressed my whole entire life. Apparently it's just a brain chemical thing. I think my mom was also probably like that.
I do think it's genetic.
It's
Yeah,
not
well,
all.
that-
Well,
it's
see,
not always, but it's
it's
definitely
not
a
always
possibility.
genetic. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's not
not
always,
always
but
genetic.
it's definitely a possibility. My ex-wife's side of the family, which now, of course, my kids carry her genes. Her dad was severely depressed.
Yeah.
Her older brother had depression issues and suicidal tendencies, and it does happen to carry down in a family, or it's inherited, but that's not necessarily always the case.
Right, and the other thing is, if you live with a parent who is severely depressed or whatever, that may affect you even if you don't have that chemical.
Right.
That's just
That
gonna
would be kind of a
just gonna
nurture
affect
thing
your-
almost.
affect your mental health.
Right.
So, and we're not trying to
Well,
diagnose anything.
No,
or
we're just trying to makes people feel like we
talk
Yeah.
talk to somebody, and taking medications is not embarrassing.
Yeah,
Not
when you got
embarrassing.
to, you got to.
Right.
Like,
And,
really, if you went around and asked your friends, I mean, don't do this, but if you went around and asked your friends what they may or may not be taking, there are so many people taking Prozac and anti-anxiety
Adderall,
medications. And,
everything else.
I'm sorry, what?
That different thing, but Adderall.
Oh, Adderall's not
I know,
for
that's
anxiety. Or,
hyperactivity.
yeah,
I
no,
know,
that's
but-
that's a whole
I
different
mean, but
thing.
that's just
That's a
another
whole-
thing
that's-
that you don't know. A lot of people
That's
think.
ADHD, and that's a whole different topic.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Well, I had, when I was going through my last bout of depression before I finally ended up getting help, serious help. I was that way, Lisa. I was like, I don't want to go to a doctor and tell them I'm depressed and, get medication for that. And my best friend says, well, aren't you diabetic? Yeah. Well, you take insulin? Yeah. You have blood pressure issues? Yeah. Do you take medication for that? Yeah. And he goes, what's the difference? I mean, this is could be as life-threatening as not
Yeah.
taking your insulin or not, taking your blood
Absolutely,
pressure.
Right.
absolutely. It's not optional.
Exactly.
And I was like, Okay, actually, literally never thought of it that way.
It's not optional.
Right.
Yeah.
We want you around. We want everybody
Well,
around.
no, I don't mean it that way. In that it's, I mean, no. If you're taking meds for
Right.
your body,
Mm-hmm.
you still need to keep taking them
Of
for your
course.
brain. You
No,
can't
I
just
agree.
stop.
Of course not.
That's not.
No,
yeah,
I'm not
you can't.
disagreeing at
Yeah.
all. I'm just thinking of a friend who recently blew up his house because he couldn't deal with his depression any longer.
Right, but a lot of people are too proud or for whatever reason to deal with it.
Yep.
Or too depressed. Because
Yep.
you
Well,
can be too
Well,
depressed.
that
Well, they don't
is-
want to admit it.
Talk about that because that happens to a lot of people with depression that I've heard. They get so depressed that they can't even deal with it.
Oh yeah,
Tell you,
absolutely. Don't get out of bed.
Right, and that's
don't
when you
leave the
don't
house.
need to bother people, but you maybe do need to, just gently. I'm no expert, obviously. I should be from work. Well, maybe we'll talk about this next week. What you should do if somebody's
Yeah.
that you know.
we can make a little segment on this because a lot more people deal with this. I mean, even if it's just
Well,
5
it's
minutes long,
rampant right now because of
And-
the.
yeah, because of
pandemic
being locked
and
up
that-
for a year, a lot of people,
Yeah.
a lot more
Yeah.
people are dealing.
We're gonna
with
have. This is gonna
it.
be.
There's going to be an epidemic.
Yeah, absolutely. There is.
It's gonna be an epidemic of me stabbing you if you don't shut up.
A classic sign of depression lashing out at your husband.
That's not true. You're just making up shit now.
I did, just because you just.
Yeah, the news was just talking about today. I mean, the teenage suicides is up over
Yeah.
300%.
Yeah, and we were just having this discussion in my office. Okay, we're not trained professionals. We answer the phone and we make appointments, and we,
Right.
we do financial. We're
You
administrators.
You
We're
do the
we're
administrative end
administrators.
of the
But
office.
and yet, people will call and start talking to us and telling us that they are going to kill themselves or they are so it's an emergency, and we are the ones that have to talk them down off the edge until we can find one of the clinicians to come talk to them.
Right.
And that's very stressful. We're not, that's above our pay grade.
Yep.
It really is. But we can't just hang up on these people. I mean,
No.
how would you feel?
Yeah.
So we have a thing called a red card, and we hold it up and we're like, we need help. Go find one of the doctors. And right now, it's harder because we're all working from home half the time. You can't just go find a doctor. There's not one in your house.
Right.
So you have to talk to these people for however many minutes or seconds until we can get somebody else on the phone.
Yep.
And that's very, very stressful. But we can't just hang up on them.
Well, these people are blessed that someone like you and your friends, workmates or whatever you call them, associates, do that.
Yeah.
So,
And I mean, yeah, because one of the doctors was very callous about it. She's like, well, we're not the emergency department. But they're calling us for help. They're calling us for help. You have to, at least steer them in the right direction.
Yeah, exactly. That's what your guys need to do. Is just get people to the people that can help them. All right. Anything else you want to talk about with this?
Let's carry this on to next week.
Yeah, we can talk.
When
about
we can
this
talk
next
about how you can say stupid things to your friends, or you can say smart things to your friends that have depression. Because sometimes there's just a whole list of dumb. Well, why don't you just take a walk? Why don't you just go outside? Why don't you just
smile until it.
Why don't you just
Smile until it sticks. Or
why don't you
something
just
like that.
blah blah blah? Why don't you just shut up?
Hey, I didn't do anything to deserve that one. Sometimes I
just
do.
the
That
generic-
one I don't.
Well,
The generic
it's
Chuck.
it's your pure existence that requires it, Chuck.
Why is that?
Well, ask Facebook. Facebook shut you up for 30 days. Anyway, hey, Chuck, at least I appreciate you guys bringing this up. I mean, it's hard to talk about,
But it's not. It shouldn't be embarrassing.
Yeah.
It should never be
We gotta talk
embarrassing.
about it for the sake of yourselves and everyone else.
Where I mean, Chuck himself has said, like, I don't understand it. I just don't understand it.
I've got every reason in the world to be depressed, but I'm not. I mean, my back is screwed up to the point where I sit 95% of my day, well, of my awake day. And that's just a reality of life. But because I became so all over the internet and kept myself busy, thank you, Lisa, I don't have that problem. I keep my mind occupied constantly. So I don't
That doesn't.
have that.
You know what?
I know they're not related because I don't relate.
My mind's occupied constantly too, just not with good things.
Well,
Right.
I keep my mind occupied on moving.
Right, but you can't just do that. Like, and you don't understand that. You're
I
just
don't
like,
understand.
I know. You
understand. So I mean,
because
my mind.
you're not biologically
No, I'm not wired like that.
wired like that. You're
Nope.
an alien. You're
I'm
an
an
alien.
alien.
If people out there who are listening to us or hear this are depressed, the most important thing is you have to seek help. You
Mhm.
just first start by talking to someone. The more you talk about it, the better it is, and seek help. You know,
Yeah.
call places like where Lisa works, and get some help.
Yeah, even if it's the wrong place, just call. You know what I mean? Like, we'll talk to you anyway. I mean,
Right.
we won't talk to you for an hour, but we'll talk to you and we'll send you to the right.
Right. We
Place.
can't give advice. We're not.
No,
doctors.
I'm talking about at my office.
Well, you're not. That's the
At
same
my
thing
office.
applies to you guys.
Right. We may not be able to, like, give you an appointment that second with one of those people that's there right now, but we can tell you who to call.
Right.
Hey, Chuck, we got a lot of comments out there. Why don't you take a minute and look and see if there's things that
Yeah,
people want to
I
talk
was
about?
pretty much letting them go, I think. Some people are against doctors, and there's a lot of doctors
Yeah.
in the world I
Well, no,
don't
okay,
like,
the people that
but
I
you have
work
to
with are
find
not all
difference.
doctors. They're
well, okay,
therapists.
explain that.
Well, we have two. We have psychologists, psychiatrists.
Right.
Psychiatrists are medical doctors who are allowed to give you prescriptions,
Right.
and sometimes they will also talk to you more about your psychological issues.
Right.
But usually it's only briefly. Psychologists are the ones in our practice that have at least a PhD. So they are doctors. They're
Right.
not medical
But they're
doctors.
not medical.
So they can't give you drugs.
Right.
But they can talk to you and they can help you and they can send you to a psychiatrist who will give you the medication
Right.
that you need.
Exactly.
Also, a lot of times, if you're going to a psychologist and you can't get in to see a psychiatrist, your family doctor will prescribe those medications for you on the recommendation of your psychologist.
Yes.
Good to know. I didn't know that.
Because there is a shortage of psychiatrists. The reason there's a shortage is because insurance used to not pay them as much as regular doctors. So nobody wanted to be one. So there's a shortage. Now everybody needs one. There aren't as many because they got the short end of the stick when they were in med school. So if you need the meds, even if you can't get a psychologist, go talk to your family doctor, your regular doctor, your general practice, whatever you want to call them.
Mhm.
They will try and help you out.
Yeah. That's my general practitioner issued me my medication to begin with on the agreement that I would go seek professional.
Yes, yeah.
To continue. Yeah.
So
And the other
talk-
thing
talk
is-
with your personal doctor first, if that's the best.
And the
way
other
to
thing
go.
is, one good thing about telehealth right now is you can talk to somebody online. A lot of, like
Don't
for
even have to
example,
leave
Blue
your house.
Cross, you can talk to a doctor that's not even in your same state.
Right. I like telehealth, and I hope it stays, especially for mental health.
Yeah, and
Because
I
mental
think it
health
will.
is going to be a much, much bigger thing.
Mental health is always
I mean, no, we're talking
Yeah.
about because of the pandemic.
right. I know that.
It's going to be a much worse thing than it
Right.
has been in the past.
Yep.
Alrighty.
No, we got 10 minutes.
And obviously, there are people in the world who don't understand it.
Right.
So
exactly.
that's
Right.
why I'm not going to even address anyone who has negative feelings about it at this point.
Right.
Because we're just here to inform and teach. So
Well,
people
it
start to understand.
exists. It's not something we
It's
made
not
up.
made up.
It's not
And it's a
something we made up.
very, very big problem.
So.
Yep.
Anyway.
All right. Let's go talk some NASCAR, guys. We got 8 minutes left.
Oh wait, do you want to talk about that soccer dude?
Oh, yeah, soccer dude.
Let Dershey talk about
Erickson.
that.
Yeah, go ahead, Dershey.
Oh my
Do it.
God, Dershey! My son texted me the other day when I was out shopping. He was like, "Are you watching the Euros right now? Can you believe what just happened?" And I was like, "No, no, no! What happened? I'm at the store."
Yeah, that was literally the scariest thing I've ever seen on a
That's
soccer
what he
field.
said. That's what he said.
Without a doubt, nothing's even been nothing close. But yeah, Christian Eriksen, I love him. He's a great guy, good soccer player. He used to play for Tottenham, which you guys know is the team I
It's your
follow in the
team.
Premier League. That's
It's
my
your
team.
team.
And Eriksen is just a fabulous soccer player and a really good guy. He's 29 years old. They're playing he plays for
Denmark, right?
Put
Denmark.
yourself
Yeah.
on the screen, dude.
He plays for Denmark, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he plays for Denmark, and and they're playing the European Championships, and it was the 44th minute of the first half, the 44th minute of the match, and they received the ball, they just a throw in from the side, and kind of stopped and took 2 steps and stumbled. Had
He fell
fell
on his
flat on his
face,
face.
right?
fell flat. Yeah, I mean he was dead. He was dead before he hit the ground.
Right, that's what I heard.
And the teammates rushed over to him, and of course the sideline medical people are out there, and unfortunately they didn't really figure out what was going on. It took a minute and 40 seconds to figure out what was going on, and wasn't a head injury or any injury like that.
Right.
And but yeah, he was dead for over a minute. And the interesting thing is there was a cardiac specialist who happened to be at the game, sitting in
as
the
a
first
fan?
couple rows. Yeah, as a fan,
Did he come
Nice.
down?
and he jumped over the fence and went
Oh,
down.
wow.
He's one of the doctors that revived him.
That's awesome.
That's
Uh,
awesome.
And yeah, they had to defibrillate him, but they said it took 1 shot with a paddle to defibrillate him. They got him breathing again.
Thank goodness.
They took him to the hospital and put him through a lot of tests.
Right.
And of course, being a soccer player, they go through this regularly.
Oh,
Yeah, they have to get tested all
They
the time.
test it all the time, and they said there's no heart issues. There's no blockage at all. Nothing
What
wrong
happened?
with the heart.
He had a cardiac and whatever, a
He
heart
had a heart
attack. He
attack.
had a heart attack.
He definitely had a heart attack, but
Wow.
it had nothing to do with blockage or anything like that. And I don't. This is not bringing politics into
Well,
it.
no, he did not. No, he didn't have a vaccine.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
I was gonna
not-
say.
Let's not even go
No,
bother
no,
with
no,
that.
no. I'm
That-
saying the team doctor confirmed that he
He
had
didn't
not.
have right because
Yeah.
the CDC just released this week that
Yeah,
the vaccines are causing heart
Right.
issues with
but the,
younger
yeah, but
people.
the team
So
doctor.
he did not take the
The
vaccine.
team doctor confirmed that he had not had any vaccine and he had
So
not
he
had
did-
COVID.
I hope it's not a genetic thing where it happens.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I mean,
Well,
at this
he's-
point, he's 29, right?
Yeah, he's been playing soccer since he's 5 years old.
Right.
Like same as my kid.
Right. So maybe
Yeah.
it's time to retire.
No, well, no, they need to find out what's wrong with
Yeah,
him.
if they find
that
out what's
was-
wrong with him, yeah.
That would scare me enough to go, do I really want to do this anymore? I've made how many billions of dollars?
No,
has he
it
made?
wouldn't. You're stubborn.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know if my heart could explode at any minute. I'd be like, maybe not.
if they figure out what happened,
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe.
that's true.
But if they can't pinpoint it, then I might be a little leery
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
back and doing stuff. But yeah, I mean, he's never had a sign of any kind of ailments, heart issues, or anything else like that.
Right.
He's-
I love the way how the team gathered around him though and covered him
Yeah.
up,
Yeah,
that's
that-
right.
linked arm. I love it. I used to love when my son's team would all like link arms at the end of the game.
Yeah, it was tough on his wife though. I tell you, she came down and
Could you imagine?
they wouldn't let her get to him.
Would you imagine? Oof.
No, I can't
Oh,
imagine.
I would have been like, get out of my way.
I know. I would have
Kicked it.
hit him.
I don't know.
Let's do the world's fastest NASCAR segment.
There was an all-star race.
There was
Kyle
All-Star
Larson
race.
won.
Kyle Larson won. Brad Keselowski second. Chase third.
Kyle Busch
Logano
didn't
fourth.
win.
Blaney fifth.
Kyle Busch
So,
didn't win.
Kyle Busch did
Yay!
not win.
It was an all-star race though. All-star race is one of the coolest, I think,
It's a spectacle.
races. It is.
You know why you think
The
that
format.
probably because they change it up all the time, and you have to like pay attention to the points.
Yeah, the format is just awesome. I love it.
Yeah, I
The
don't know.
format was set up just like a modified race.
This year is 50-50 as whether people
Short track,
liked it or not.
short tracks, huh?
Somebody did a big poll, like Jeff Gluck, I
Yeah.
think, and it was about 50-50 as to whether people liked it or not.
Yeah. Well, there's an awful lot of dirt track fans out there.
That's
small
the
track
other thing.
fans.
Somebody said they should do the All-Star race at Eldora.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome, really.
That would be. I liked watching the dirt track race this year. It was fantastic. But the All-Star race, it's not a dirt All-Star race. I mean, let
You're
the
right. Oh, I
dirt
know.
track
I know it
people do
changed it
that.
up. But
Uh,
when they get North Wilkesboro open back
Oh,
up,
do it there.
They should do it back in the old Daytona course. So you got half asphalt, half beach, dirt. You know,
it's a half
back in the
track.
50s. No, I love that race. Is fantastic though. There's so many possible strategies
Yeah.
that could be played out, and you literally don't know what's going to happen until after the fifth round. It's all up in the air, and then you got average finishes, and you got people like Larson had a bad restart when they flipped to the first time. He was back at 12th, and something was wrong with his car, so he just kind of backed up, knowing that the next time they were going to flip the whole field and he'd be back up front again. And I think he played that perfectly.
Hey, Dirks,
Yeah.
did you watch? I can't talk today. The SRX, the Tony Stewart thing.
Oh,
No, I didn't. I missed
that
it.
either.
Yeah,
missed
well,
it.
let's talk about that next week.
Yeah,
It's
we'll
on
have
every
to talk
Saturday
about that
night.
more.
It's only on for
On
6
CBS.
weeks. Yeah, it's only on for 6 weeks, but it's very cool. It's kind of
Alright.
like IROC.
And Nashville is next week for NASCAR.
Yeah, I wish we could go,
I
but
do too.
we're
It's
old.
close.
We're
First
old
time
and
back
stuff.
in 20 years, something like that.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Been a long time. Last winter there.
And the neighbors are complaining. Hello, you live near a track.
Yep. Get over it.
They might actually put cars on it.
Twice a year.
Oh no!
Or whatever.
And to practice.
Hey,
You know what? Go to the
get
grocery
over
store.
it.
Go to the
Get
grocery
over
store
it.
while they're practicing. Whatever.
I hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight. It was a little different,
Yeah.
but it was also really fun. I enjoyed that. Thank you guys.
In a depressing
I
sort of
forgot
way.
one thing. NASCAR.
I
I got this in the mail today from a certain producer of mine, who I love dearly.
That's
Thank
very
you, Dirk.
cool. And it's Blaney.
No, it's not.
No.
It's not Blaney. Oh,
Paul Menard.
oh,
That's
it's
Menard.
Menard.
Yeah.
All right,
that's
come on, say it.
Save big money at Menards.
He does this all the time, Dersh.
Oh, I love it. And you know me. The 21 is my car. I don't care who's driving it. The 21 is my car. Always has been from the beginning of time. And I love the classic 21 look. That goes way back to to the beginning of the Wood Brothers
Wood
practically.
Brothers. Yep.
Dirk, put up the link to the right side of politics, please.
But that car I like for some reason. I guess because
pretty
it's
design.
Yeah.
yellow. It just stands out. It's got
Yeah,
a really
stripes.
cool.
It's shiny.
It's very
Cool.
pretty.
Got a cool look to it, and I picked one up the other day, and I was like, I bet Chuck would like one of these, and so I got you one, Chuck.
You're a sweetheart. I want to thank you guys who joined us. Bullwinkle's gone, I guess. Daryl's heading out. SoCal Mama's still here. It was really fun. We're going to be on in a half an hour. Dersh's posting the link for the Right Side of Politics, where we will be on in 28 or 9 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
And we will see you next week at 7 p.m.
Wait.
What?
Shut up, Chuck.
No, hang on. Don't be promising things you can't.
Uh-oh. I can't make Chuck
I have-
shut up.
Yeah, you can do. You can definitely do that. I've got no problem with you making Chuck shut up. Hang
The
on.
link.
I can't get the link. I'm struggling here for a second. It won't copy,
Well,
Chuck.
do I need to paste the link? Like,
You
can
can't.
I do that? Or what?
You can't. It won't.
Can I send
YouTube
it
won't
to
let
you?
you.
Or do you
No,
already
you
have
can
it?
post it on YouTube, right? Or
I can't.
Can
I
you
don't
not?
know. For whatever reason, Chuck, I can't get the link. But
Hold on, I'll get it real quick and send it to you.
yeah.
No, he has it. He just can't
Oh,
post it.
you have it, but you can't.
No, I
post
can't
it?
copy it. I have the
Okay.
email I sent you.
All right, I'm going to
Yeah.
try it a different way. Hold on. I don't want anybody to miss this.
I do.
But anyway, I haven't had I haven't had a chance to talk to you guys. But next Tuesday is my birthday.
Oh,
And,
show next Tuesday, everybody.
Yeah,
Taking it
but
off, right?
yeah, I'm taking it off. So we can either do the show on a different day or take the week
Hey, I got
off.
it to
But
post.
I'm
Cut and paste that.
Well,
if
you
Dersh
guys
can't
talk.
get it
You
on
guys
there.
talk amongst yourselves. If you want to be off, we'll be
There you
off.
go.
If
Go
you
ahead.
want to do it
Do
a
it,
different
Dersh.
day, we'll do it a different day. All right?
yeah, but
Just
yeah,
like if you cut and paste and Dersh, you'll post the other one.
Shut up, Chuck. I'm talking to Dirty.
Sorry about that.
All right, you guys decide. It'll be two versus one, and I don't care. So
But if Dersh wants the week off, we can do it.
I'm saying if you want to do it. A
no, I mean I don't
different
mind
day,
doing
a
it.
different day.
I don't mind doing it on a different day. I just
All right, maybe we'll do that. All right, we'll let you guys know. I promise.
But not Monday, because Mondays suck.
All right. Well, we are going to start getting ready for the next show.
Yep. And I gotta go to the wee wee chat room.
Of course. Good night,
All right.
everybody. Oh wait, you haven't posted it.
All right.
Say good night, Lisa.
Good night, Lisa.
Good night, Lisa.
Go ahead to the wee wee chat room.
All right.
There it goes. Click on that link, guys, if you want to join us at the next show. We'll be back in a little bit.
Thanks,
We love
Lisa.
Bye.
Thanks, Chuck.
Good night, Dersh. See you in a half an hour.
I gotta pee.
Bye, y'all. Thanks for joining us.